Okay, our next speaker is Tim Freeman. We've all talked about Tim already and his work to make this happen. I think we're really happy to see that Tim graduated from here to Salem in the State House of Representatives and takes this experience that he had here with the city and working in public safety up to Salem, and we appreciate that. Representative Tim Freeman serves in the Oregon House of Representatives for House District 2, which encompasses the cities of Roseburg, Canyonville, Myrtle Creek, Riddle, and Glendale. He became involved in public service over 8 years ago. He served for 5 years on the Roseburg City Council, 3 of which as council president. His primary emphasis while in office was supporting public safety. He played a key role in the development of the new Public Safety Center for Roseburg, as well as helped to develop a program for placing police officers in our public schools. Representative Freeman served as Vice Chair of the House Committee on Veterans and Emergency Services, as well as a member of the Budget-Making Ways and Means Subcommittee on Public Safety and the Human Services Committee during the 2009 legislative session. He has been honored to have the privilege of serving as one of Douglas County's voices in Salem. His wife Angelia is here today, and they have 2 children. Please join me in welcoming our State Representative, Tim Freeman.
Well, I always like when the introduction's longer than the speech, so my speech is only 3 pages, and it is 18 fonts, so I'll go very quickly. Thank you for having me here today. It's an exciting day. It's great to see all of you here to celebrate this excellent achievement. Many of you were in the park when we started talking about this idea, and we kind of did a little bit of a kickoff in a little park down by the old fire station. And we got to see some sort of preliminary drafts of what this building was going to look like. And I got a chance to talk a little bit there, and I talked about my reason to be involved in public safety and public office. And after the event there, we did a little tour of the old building. And one of the newspaper reporters came up to me and said, "Well, you seem pretty sure this is going to happen." And just as confident as always, I said, "Absolutely, this is going to happen." I got to be honest, I wasn't real sure it was going to happen all the time. but I really tried to keep that to myself, and I'm very glad that it did happen. This building is a shining example of how a group of very diverse people can come together and create something important for our community. Look what can be done, what can be accomplished when we all work together for a common goal. And that goal was to make this community safer. I've always felt that the first and most important function of government is to protect its citizens. A community cannot function if we are not safe in our homes or businesses. Children do not learn well if they feel unsafe in their schools. They only become prisoners in their own homes if they feel unsafe to walk the streets, and families cannot enjoy being together outdoors in our beautiful parks if they do not feel safe and protected. This new public safety center brings fire and police together, which is interesting in itself. Quick story about some of our trips around Oregon and California looking at public safety centers. One of our trips led us to San Luis Obispo and Paso Robles, where Fire Chief Cooley held the map and Police Chief Mark Nickel drove the car. Now I got to tell you, the reason they teach firemen all the streets and everything before they become firemen or as they become firemen is because they can't read maps. And the reason they put lights on the top of police cars is so they can drive wherever they want, because they don't drive very well without them. This was the time when I figured out this is an excellent idea to have police and fire working together, because just on that trip, from the time we got into the car to the time we got done with our trip, they learned to work together to drive the car and read the map, and I thought that was pretty valuable. So this new public safety center brings police and fire together, helping to increase the efficiency and interconnection between our public safety servicemen and women. With this new center, the city of Roseburg has shown that we can and will protect this community and keep its streets, parks, and neighborhoods safe. When we first started talking about this project, and you heard a little bit of it today already, I remember hearing, now is not the right time, and maybe we should wait till next year. Seeing this great building proves to me that it is always the right time to do something positive for your community. Because we didn't wait, because we said now is the right time, the city of Roseburg set an example by investing in this community, and it will be an inspiration as we try to get others to move into and invest into this community as well. Remember, you heard it was an urban renewal project. This demonstrates that the city of Roseburg wants to invest and wants this city to be successful, and it really does help when we're talking to other businesses to move in here and say, look what we've done, we're going to be here tomorrow. Knowing the city is connected to public safety will help entice business and investors to our beautiful city, helping to grow our economy. I want to thank our mayor, Larry Rich, the members of the Roseburg City Council, past and present. There's been a whole series of city councilors that have worked on this, different groups. I think there's been 3 or 4 actually different makeups of the city council as this project has progressed. I do want to thank the city staff. I know there was many discussions about priorities and when and why we should be doing things. And they did a lot of hard work, and they did make this happen. I want to thank a few people by name, and again, you heard somebody earlier say they'll leave people out, and I apologize for that, but there's just a few folks I want to thank by name. I want to thank Jim Johnson. Jim Johnson came to us at a really tough time, my time on City Council, and he was an inspiration to me to continue to be involved in public service, and was a much help in many of the decisions we made to move forward with this building, and I want to thank him for coming down. I want to thank City Manager Eric Swanson. Eric came to us from another community and has adopted this community as his own and took this project on immediately and carried it through to completion, and I'm very, very impressed. Fire Chief Jack Cooley. Jack and I were friends before I had anything to do with being on the City Council, and amazingly enough, we remain friends. So I'm pretty proud of that. Police Chief Mark Nickel, I give him a hard time about his driving, but he's a great police chief and has become a friend, and I really appreciate all that he's done. Jimmy Mack, somewhere back there, took this project and really made it his own, and when I went off to Salem, it was great to know that he was the project manager and was going to make sure it stayed on track and got done, and wonderful job. I do want to thank all those folks for their support and willingness to work together. Let me say that again, willingness to work together to complete this great building. Without their determination and dedication to the city, our new public safety center would not have been possible. Thanks for listening. I hope that wasn't too long. I was only given 5 minutes. And thank you to everyone that believed this day could come and who worked to make it happen.